let's talk about pottying a 1 to 2 year old child dressed in mid-19th century clothing. So if you haven't seen the getting dressed video, this is our 1-year-old mannequin. There's no diaper, no underwear, no drawers, no nothing. Now in the mid-19th century they practiced something that we would today call classical conditioning or elimination communication, which is essentially from the time they're 6 weeks-ish old, the caregivers, mother, nursemaid, some, is watching babies' cues from right before they go potty and then recognizing those cues so they can start holding the baby over a chamber pot, trying to catch as much as they can. Now, if this was done correctly, the ideal was for babies to be out of diapers by the time they're 6 to 9 months of age. You have to remember, diapers are not, and they are very thick. They are also not exactly the most absorbent thing, so things will get on your outer clothing as well. So the idea is to get them out of diapers as fast as possible. So you have a child right out of diapers. Let's say they're walking, so they're about 9 to 12 months of age. If you live in a rural community, if you live on a farm or somewhere where there are not people around, there are lots of paintings showing little babies only in a shirt, no diaper. That would make it very easy to clean if there were an accident, if you didn't catch the potty. It also makes it extremely easy to plop them over a chamber pot or a potty chair when they start showing those cues to you. Now, if you didn't live in a very rural community and your child had to be dressed, you're dressing like this, but you may not have anything underneath. So that, again, when your child shows the potty cues, it's very simple to lift the skirts, put them over a pot. And in that manner, you lessen the chance of an accident. They may, around the age of 15 to 24 months, be a little bit more reliable in knowing when they need to use the restroom. And at that point, you could probably put them in some drawers. So I'm going to put these drawers on this baby, button on the side. And again, this is a boy or a girl child. You are in the way of the video, my friend. So now let's say we're about the age of 2. We're a little bit more controlled in what we can do with our potty. We're not having as many accidents. We are somewhat understanding the need to hold it in the sense that we can at least notify somebody and let them know we need the pot. These happen to be closed crotch. I've also seen directions for them where they're open crotch, but they button in the crotch area. You just have to undo a button at the crotch. For this one, it's actually just about as easy. It's just 1 button, 2 button, and we can sit on the pot. That works really well for a little girl because I can handle number 1 and number 2. For a little boy, I would highly suggest a little opening in the front of the drawers, or again, that button. That way you can still do this for number 2, but then you have an option for number 1 that's a little bit easier for boys. Just because it sounds weird to us does not mean it wasn't the most practical thing for them to do in their own situation. We see things through our modern 20th and 21st century glasses. They may have seen things a little bit differently in the light of how they grew up and the technology they did and did not have. We tend to keep our babies in diapers longer because we have the technology that diapers are a lot more comfortable now. They didn't have that luxury, so the goal is to get them out of diapers and get them potty trained as fast as possible. And that makes sense for the 19th century. And that is how you potty a 1 or 2 year old in the mid-19th century. Thanks for watching.